On my wedding day, my best man told me a secret about my fiancée. My wedding day was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. After 3 years of dating, my fiancé and I had finally planned everything: the venue, the decorations, the guests, and even a small beach honeymoon afterward. Everything felt perfect. That morning my best man, Alex, showed up early to help me get ready. We had been friends since college, so I trusted him more than almost anyone. But the moment he walked into the room, I noticed something strange about his expression. He looked nervous. At first I thought he was just stressed about the wedding schedule. But while we were putting on our suits, he kept checking his phone and pacing around the room. Finally I asked him what was going on. He hesitated for a moment and said, "There's something I think you should know before the ceremony." My stomach instantly tightened. He pulled out his phone and showed me a screenshot of a conversation. The messages were between my fiancé and another guy. At first I didn't understand what I was looking at, but then I noticed the tone of the messages. They weren't friendly. They were romantic. According to the conversation, they had met several times during the past month, while we were literally planning the wedding together. One message even mentioned how excited she was that I was too busy with work to notice anything. I felt like the air had been knocked out of my lungs. I asked Alex where he got the messages from. He explained that the guy in the conversation was actually one of his coworkers. Apparently the coworker had been bragging about secretly seeing someone who was about to get married. When Alex saw a picture of the woman on his coworker's phone, he immediately recognized her. It was my fiancée. For a few minutes I just sat there in silence trying to process everything. Outside the room I could hear guests arriving and music starting to play. My entire wedding was about to begin. Eventually I stood up, walked toward the door, and took a deep breath. But instead of walking toward the ceremony hall, I walked straight to the room where my fiancée was getting ready. When I opened the door, she smiled at first, until she saw the phone in my hand. I didn't need to say anything. Her face told me she already knew the truth had finally caught up with her. The wedding never happened that day. But strangely, walking away from that altar was probably the best decision I ever made.